Hello everyone, welcome to the second episode of the CSS display property, and in this episode I'm gonna give some examples that are a little bit more complex. So yeah, let's get going. First I'm gonna be demonstrating how the display none and the visibility hidden differ from one another. So yeah. I'm basically gonna be creating a website, kind of like. I'm gonna add an H3 heading, display none, and this visibility hidden difference. Alright. Then I'm gonna create a paragraph. I'm gonna use the strong HTML tag. So visibility hidden, and I'm gonna continue here. Hides the element, but it still takes up space in the layout. Alright, then time to make the next one. Display none removes the element from the document, and it doesn't take up space anymore because it's removed. Alright, there we go. So yeah, then I'm gonna create a div element. The class is gonna be imgbox. I'm also gonna add an ID, imgbox1, and inside I'm gonna say box1. Alright, I'm also gonna take the body element, change the font family, and margin bottom 300 pixels. Alright, we can now scroll down. Then I'm also gonna make the height 100 viewport heights. And I'm gonna use an asterisk. So I'm gonna remove all the default margins and paddings in every single element. There we go. Alright, so we got the display none and visibility hidden. Now I'm gonna take the paragraphs and I'm gonna add margin 15 pixels. Then I'm gonna take the H3 margin 16 pixels. So there we go. Then I'm gonna take the IMG box. So I'm gonna go over here. Let's set this to be float left. Actually, first I should be adding the image. So I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna add a break tag, and over here img source equals, and I gotta get the images, so I'm gonna be right back. Alright, here we go. I got 3 images. This is the first one, second one, third one. Alright, the first image is obviously going to be the image 1. So source will be images image1.jpg. Alright, and then the alternative text will be Italy, and the style will be width 100%. Alright, and here we got the picture. It's pretty big though. Alright, then I'm gonna go ahead and create a button. On click, remove element. That's gonna be a function. And inside the button we'll say remove. Okay, then I'm gonna go back over here. And actually not yet. I'm gonna first create the rest of these. Class imgbox id imgbox2 box2 break tag img source will be images image2.jpg alternative text, let's say northern lights, and style width 100%. There we go. Button on click, change visibility, hide. Alright, this is what we got right now. Then I'm gonna create this one more time. Alright, br tag img source is gonna be images image3.jpg, alternative text will be forest, and style width 100%. Then button on click, do this function. Reset all. Okay. And then we gotta, of course, link a script. Index.js. I'm gonna create one. There we go. So there's our JavaScript file. Okay. So now I'm gonna go to the CSS style sheet. And I'm gonna style the image boxes. So float left. No apparent change yet. Text align center. Width 120 pixels. Border 2 pixels. Solid gray. Let's go with black. And 1 pixel. Margin will be 4 pixels. Padding 6. Okay, not bad. Then I'm gonna take the button. The width will be 100%. Background color could be light blue. Border none. Padding 2 pixels by 4 pixels. Border radius is gonna be 5 pixels. Color white. I'm gonna make this a little bit darker. Alright. Cursor will be a pointer when I hover over, and the font weight will be bold. And actually I'm gonna make this 50%. There we go. Then I'm gonna take the button and the hover pseudo class. The background color will be this one, but 10% darker. Then I'm gonna take the active pseudo class. It's gonna be this one and 10% darker. So now we have this effect. These buttons flash. Okay. So now I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna create the function. So function, the first one was remove element. So document get element by ID. The first is imgbox1. We'll access the style property and display, and set the display to be none. Okay. Then the next is gonna be change visibility and document get element by ID img box number 2. Once again, access the style dot visibility this time, make it equal to hidden. Then we have the function reset element. So here we will get document get element by ID img box 1, access the style display, and we'll get it back to the normal value. Same goes for the other one. So style dot visibility equals visible. There we go. So now when we click this, we are going to have an interactive page right over here. So this one is the one that uses the visibility equals hidden. So as you can see, the box hasn't disappeared. It has only been hidden. It's invisible. However, if I click this one, like this, that will actually get removed because our boxes moved from their original position. Box number 2 is in the middle, box number 3 is in the right. When we remove this, now box 2 is in the left and box 3 is in the center. Alright, so when we hide the element, it's still gonna take the space. When we remove the display property, so when we set it to be none, it will be completely deleted and removed from the page. So yeah, that's gonna be example number 1. I'm gonna show you another one. Okay, so I'm gonna be showing you the display property examples. So here we go. First I'm gonna create an H4 heading that says display none. Okay, underneath paragraph with the class of ex1 standing for example, we'll get a span element of text1, we'll get text2 and 3. So there we go. Alright, then I'm gonna make another H4. This is gonna be display inline. Okay, paragraph example 2. Alright, and then I'm gonna copy these. And I can actually copy these. There we go. This is gonna be display block example 3. Then the next one will be display inline block example 4. After that we have a display flex example 5. And then we have display grid example number 6. So yeah, there we go. We got some elements right now. So I'm gonna go to the style sheet and I am going to go ahead and take all the paragraphs. Background color is gonna be blue and I'm gonna add 10 pixels of padding. Then I'm gonna take the span elements. The background color will be red, color will be white, padding will be 10 pixels. So this is what we have right now. Then paragraph dot example1 will set the display property to be none. So that's what we get. Nothing. Then example2, the display will be inline. So look closely. Instead of taking up the whole width of the viewport, this element over here is only gonna take as much space as it has to. Alright, let's move on to example number 3, display block. There is not gonna be any kind of a change, because block is a block level element. It will take the entire width of the viewport height. Alright, let's go to example 4, display inline block. It basically does the same thing as the display inline. Then I'm gonna take paragraph example 5, display flex. Alright, so there's the display flex. With the display flex we can also say justify content center. So it's gonna align the content on the horizontal value and align items center. And we can also set the flex direction. If I want a column, it's gonna look like that. The default is row, so that's what we are using right now. And the justify content can use space around, looks like that, space between, and space evenly. I kinda like the evenly the most. Then let's take the paragraph with the example number 6, and this is gonna be a display grid. So now you can see what happened. We got some large boxes, border 1 pixel solid. I'm gonna actually cut this. I'm gonna put it over here. Alright, that was just some testing. Anyways, we have the display set to grid. Another property that we can use is grid template columns. Let's say 1FR. And the gap is gonna be 20 pixels. So basically what we are doing here is that we are creating a template columns and we declare one free row. If I set this to be 1FR, it's gonna look like this. If I have 2 of these in here, it's gonna look like this. So yeah, the grid creates a grid. I can also use some pixel values, like 100 pixels, 1FR, 100 pixels. So yeah. Let's say 50 pixels, 1FR. It's gonna look like that. 1FR, 50 pixels. That is gonna look like that. Alright, we will get more depth into the display flex and the display grid properties in the future, but these are the basics that are good to be known. So yeah, then I'm gonna show you the last example. Now I'm gonna be creating a hidden panel. So here we go. I'm gonna create a paragraph with the class flip. On click will be my function, and I'm gonna say click to show the panel. There we go. Div id panel. This panel contains a div element, which is hidden by default. Display none. It is styled with CSS and we use JavaScript to show it. Display block. So basically how it works, colon, notice that the P element with class flip has an on-click attribute attached to it. When the user clicks on the P element, a function called myFunction is will be executed. That will change the style of the div with ID panel from display none or hidden to display block visible. Alright, so yeah, basically you will learn more about JavaScript later. Alright, actually I'm doing the JavaScript tutorial right now, but these were some notes that I wanted to write down. So, let's do this thing. We got everything we need, except the styling. I'm also gonna go inside of the script tag, function, my function. I'm gonna do this inside of the script tag this time. Document, get element by ID. The ID is panel. We'll access the style, display, make it into a block level element. Okay, then we gotta go over here, take the ID of panel and the class flip. The font size is gonna be 16 pixels, that's the default for paragraphs. Padding 10 pixels. Text align center. Background color green, maybe a little bit lighter. Okay, color will be white. Font weight bold. Border solid 1 pixel. A6 D8 A8. Alright, and margin 0 auto, or just auto. There we go. Then let's take the panel, set the display to be none. So here we got the hidden panel. Click to show the panel. Alright. We have a problem. I'm gonna delete this. Okay, now it works. So click to show the panel. This panel contains a div element which is hidden by default. Display none. Actually, I don't know what I wrote here, but no, div elements are not hidden by default. but this particular div element is, because I have set the ID of the panel to display none. So normally div elements are not hidden, but this one is. Alright, we styled it with CSS and then we used JavaScript to show it as a block level element right over here. So we gotta notice that the P element with the class flip has an onClick attribute attached into it. OnClick equals my function. So when the user clicks on the P element, a function called my function, this one, will be executed. And this is the reason why the style of this div element will change from display none to display block. So yeah, and we will learn more about JavaScript later. If you wanna learn about it right now, I am doing the series already. However, I suggest to go through HTML and CSS first, but you can also start learning JavaScript even right now, I would say so, because they really blend together at the end of the day really well. So yeah. Anyways, I hope you were able to learn something new from this episode, and I hope that I'm gonna see you in the next one. So yeah, have a wonderful day everyone, and happy learning, and see you guys later. Bye bye, and happy learning.